Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for September 24th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, in this box we've got 2, 4, 6, 7. So I'm looking at, let's see, the 2's look into this box here, crossing this 1, 9. So there's a 2 in one of these two. That's going to point down. This 2 points up, putting a 2 in one of these three. I'm noticing this 3 looks into the box. That puts a 3 in one of these two cells, and that is going to point down with this 3. This 3 looks in, putting a 3 in one of these two cells. All right, so we get the 2. How about the 4? Nothing with 4. 6. 6 is also very nice, actually. So we have these two 6s looking in. It also crosses this 1, 9. So 6 is in one of these two cells, but what we found here is not just that we have the 2s and 6s pointing down, but we have found a hidden 2-6 pair. Because if you think about it, one of these two cells needs to be 2, and the other one needs to be 6. Well, if that's the case, then I can't put anything else in those two cells. So that 2-6 pair does point down. This 2-6 looks down, this 6 looks in. So 6 is in one of these two cells. We also want to think, what did we remove from these two cells by making them only 2-6? So we already have a 1, not 2, 3. So the 3 looks up, and now these can't be 3. So that does put a 3 in one of these two. That is going to point in along with this 3, but it's not quite good enough. 3 places left for 3. 4 looks in here. That's not 4 because of the 2-6, and so 4 is in one of these 3. That points in here along with this 4. This 4 looks up, putting a 4 in one of these two. 7 is the next digit. 7 already couldn't have been 7. Already couldn't be 8 or 9. Okay. So we have a 7 and an 8 looking in here. Right, okay, so the 8 looks in, this 8 looks in, puts an 8 in one of these two. And now what we found, it's similar to this hidden 2-6. We found a hidden triple based on these corner marks, because in these three cells, one of them needs to be 3, one of them needs to be 4, and one of them needs to be 8. So we can actually convert our corner marks to center marks, 3, 4, 4, 8, 3, 4, 8. And that means that there's just one digit left in this box, which can be placed. What is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7. So 7 can be placed in this box. Very nice. Okay, that's quite nice. Let's follow up on this 7 here. 7's one of these three. The 3, 4, 8. So these can't be 8. Putting an 8 up here. Oh, sorry, this 8 looks up as well. So, oh, 8's been placed in this box even without all that. Sorry. So that's an 8. That's a 3. So that leaves 3 digits here. We need a 1, we need a 5, and we need a 9. And this top one can't be 5 or 9, so that's our 1. Leaving a 5, 9 pair. Oh, there's a lot to find up here. Let's be careful here. So 3, 4, 8. So these can't be 3. This 3 looks in. This 3 looks up. Putting a 3 up here. What else can I do here? I do have 2 1s now. This 1 looks up. It's a 1 over here. I think I should look. Yeah, so this row is, we have the 3, 4, 8. This row is down to 1, 5, 7, 9. So we know this isn't, this one's not 1, so this is 5, 7, 9. This one's not 5, so it's 1, 7, 9. This can be any of 1, 5, 7, 9. All these rows are down to 4, so let's just take a look. This is 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is 3, 6. This can't be 3 or 6, so this is, wait, it was 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is 2, 4. Nothing there. And then this row we're down to 2, 5, 6, 9. So that's not a 5, so it's 2, 6, 9. Oh, it's not a 6 either. So 2, 9. This isn't a 2, so this is 5, 6, 9. All right, quite a lot happening up here. But I think that's what we get for now. All right, so let's make sure we didn't miss any verticals here. The 8s we missed. 8's one of these three. The 5, 9 looks down. This 5 looks up. This 5 looks in. Putting a 5 in one of these two. So that's 5 and 8. 3 we got. All right, this 8. I don't believe this 8. Okay, actually 8's just placed in this box from all these 8s, so we can do that. Those look into this box, putting an 8 in one of these two cells. Okay, so that was the 8. And then we have 1, 5, 7, 9. So the 1 looks into this box, putting a 1 in one of these two. It also, there's a 1 in one of these two in this box. The 5, not quite there. 7, 2 7s look down. 7's in one of these three. And then the 9, 2 9s look down, putting a 9 in one of these two. I'm just looking at this row to see where 9 can go. Unfortunately, it can go in all three of these. Okay. Next band, we've got 2 3s here. Puts a 3 in one of these two. I think that's all we get from that 3. We have 4 and 5 in here. I'd like that to do something, but it doesn't seem to. All right, nothing from that. And then just want to quickly check the verticals on these. Yeah, not much to say about these digits. 3 6 7. Okay, nothing really there. Let's move on to the last band here. We have 5 and 8. Does the 5 do anything? Not quite yet. We also have these 8s. All right, we have 4 digits left in this box. 1, 2, 3. We need a 4, 5, 7, 9. So I'm seeing this 4 and this 5 look down, and we have this 5 looking in as well. Ah, so I missed 5s in one of these two. Let's actually mark out 4, 5, 7, 9. So we can remove the 5 from here. We can remove the 4 from here and the 5 from here. This can be any of them, so we're not going to mark that. All right. So 2 and 8. I'm noticing this column's down to 4 digits. We need a 1, 4, 8, 9. This can't be 9, so it's 1, 4, 8. These can't be 8 at all, so these are 1, 4, 9, and that's not a 1. All right. I think that concludes our normal scan. We do have 2 2s here that I missed. This 2 looks down. Okay. We place this 2. These 2s look up, putting a 2 in one of these two. Let's see. Anything with 2s? Not that I can see. This column is down to 4 digits. We need a 1, 4, 7, 9. So this is 1, 7, 9. This is 1, 4, 9. This is 1, 4, 7. And this can be any of them. Okay, that's not super useful. We have a 5, 9 pair here, so there's 4 digits left in this column otherwise. We need a 2, 4, 6, 7. So we know these are 4, 6, 7. This can't be 4, so this is 2, 6, 7. Wow, this is 2, 4, 6. So many tri-value cells. Is there anything? Okay, so I think that concludes our normal scan. Now what we're going to do, since we're not done, is we're going to go row by row. We're going to look for a couple things. First thing is, did we form any pairs or triples that I might have missed? And secondly, are there any cells that might be worth marking, especially if there's 4 or fewer left in the row? So is this still down to all of them? 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6. As far as I can tell. Yeah. This is all 4 of the 1, 5, 7, 9. As far as I can tell, yeah. All right, nothing so far. Nothing here, here, here. All right. Usually the row scan I don't see much because I'm paying quite a lot of attention to rows while I scan bands. Let's look at the columns. We'll look for the same thing. This column we took care of. Not much going on here. We have a 2, 4 and a 2, 9. These introduce 8, though, so we know we don't have a triple. This 2, 6 pair, have I been paying enough attention to that? Let's think about what's left in this column. There's only four digits. We need a 1, 3, 4, 5. So we know this isn't 3, so this is 1, 4, or 5. It's not a 4 either. This isn't 1, so this is 3, 4, 5. And this isn't 3 or 5, so this is 1, 4. Do any of those do anything? Huh. Nothing yet. All right. This is a bit of a sticky puzzle. We got to find the right thing to do. All right. So the next thing I scan for is I'm going to go box by box, and I'm going to make sure that I respected everything like pencil marks. Make sure they're respected in what I'm actually penciling in the center marks. Or the corner marks being respected by center marks, basically. And then also, are there any cells that might be worth marking? A good hint is if they aren't corner marked, or or they have very few corner marks compared to other cells. So we're going to start here. So we have the 3s here. So we don't want any 3s marked down here. We also have the 4s up here. Looks like we're respecting everything, 1 and 7. Okay, here we have the 2, 6 pair. We respect that with the 1, 3, 4, 5. Really feels like there should be something here, but there's not. And then the 3, 4, 8 we respect. Okay. Next box, we have 5 and 8. We have these 2s. Nothing really to talk about there. All right, this next box, the 3s and the 8s. All right, and then I'm curious about these 3. They aren't the 3, 4, 5, 8, so they're down to 5 digits max, which is still quite a lot. But like, especially this top row, we have the 3, 6, and 9 also. But let's just think about what all 3 of these need. So we do need a 1, but that can only go here. This one looks up. We need a 2. This 2 looks up, so 2's over here. We can't be 3. We can't be 4, 5. 6 looks in, so only this one can be 6 of the 3. 7, any of them can be 7. The 8 looks down, so only this one. Oh, sorry, 8's penciled here. Yeah, none of them can be 8. The 9 looks in, making this one the only 9. So this one wasn't worth marking, but these are down to 2, 7, and 1, 7. All right, so we may want to ask the question, well, I wonder if we have a 1, 2, 7 triple in this row. If we did, that would be quite nice. But well, it would have to be probably just this cell here. But a good way to think about this, just in general, is what are the digits besides 1, 2, 7 that we still need to place in the row? So other than these digits, what do we have? Well, we've got the 4, 5, and 8. So if there's any cell in this row that sees all of 4, 5, 8, that could be a really good sign. Something I'm noticing is that there's only 2 places for 4 in the row. 4, 5, 8. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any use there. What's interesting is this one's not 4, 5. So it's not 4, 5, and it's not 3, 6, 9. Unfortunately, that still leaves 4 digits it can be, and I don't see any other digits it sees. Okay, well, we're going to move on. Unfortunately, these didn't do anything yet. This box here, I'm just going to think about the whole box, 5 digits left. We need a 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. We know these aren't 1, so these are 2, 4, 5, 8. So this is 2, 5, 8, and this is 2, 4, 8. Nothing really amazing there. Wow, this puzzle, crazy. Let's look at the next box here. We can look at these 2 cells, which aren't corner marked. We already looked at this one. This is 1, 4, 7, 9. That hasn't changed. This box here might be useful. Let's see. Yeah, so it could be 1, can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, could be 6, can't be 7, 8, could be 9. So 1, 6, 9. Nothing to do with that yet. Puzzle's hanging on. This is still 4, 5, 7, 9. Yeah. Still haven't found anything. All right. Okay, so those are the main scanning techniques that usually finish the puzzle. We obviously haven't finished yet, so I missed something. It could be something I already have marked. It could be something I haven't marked yet. So are there any cells that I may have skipped over that could be worth marking? We already looked at these 2. These are down to 4. Oh, one thing never mind. I thought 4 was limited down here. That would be great, but unfortunately this can be 4. Yeah, I think I looked for that kind of thing already. Just double checking. All right, unfortunately I'm not seeing anything to do there. 1, 4. We know 9's here. Do we really not have anything? What haven't I looked at marking? These digits? I mean, there's 6 left in the whole column. That's quite a lot, but these can't be the 3 in addition to 2, 4, 7. Let's take a look. So we are down to 1. Can't be 2, 3, 4. These can be 5. These can be 6. They all can be, oh, they can't be 7. These can be 8. And then they all can be 9. No, the top one can't be 9. So this one's definitely not worth marking, 1, 5, 6, 8, 9. But these two are limited to 3 each. 1, 6, 9, 1, 5, 9. 1... I'm really not seeing what to do there. We have two 169s here, but we're not going to find a third. Oh, can this be 8? This can be 8. I missed that. That would have been bad. It's even corner marked. Okay, well, can't even mark that one then. Never mind. 158. I looked at this cell. How about like down here? There are only 3 corner marked. What I'm looking for is if there's a cell that's like limited in ways that are, it wouldn't be a typical way to limit, like be just a row or column, or like using all row column box. Those are the hardest to spot. I feel like I looked at most cells already. Okay, so I'm going to look much more carefully at geometry then. Geometry is just thinking about how certain placements of digits affect the row, column, and box that they're in, usually a row or column. So just as an example, we have 1, 5, 7, 9 here. And so we know that these 4 cells are 1, 5, 7, 9. We already have that marked, though. That would have been another way to discover that, though. We also know the 1 and 7 are here. Okay. We have this 3, 6, 7, 9. That could affect this column. We already have a 9 in the column, but we need 3, 6, and 7. If this cell couldn't be 3, then we would have a 3, 6, 7 hidden triple here, which would be very nice. Unfortunately, the 3 can escape up here, as far as I can tell. 4 and 5 here, so we need 4 and 5 in these 4 cells. Or in this row, the 4 and 5 are here. A lot of like near misses here. 2, 5, and 8. So we need 5 and 8. We know they're up here. We also need 5 and 8 here. Is this it? No, we need an 8. Sorry, we don't need the 8 in this row. We only need the 5, which is in 2 places. Okay. What about this box? 3, 6, and 8. So 3 and 6. 2, 3, and 6. It's hard to find something with this many open cells. 2 and 8 are already placed. Wow. I may have to just pencil the rest of the puzzle. It's kind of a last resort. But there may be like a quad we need to find, or like a really subtle hidden, like it's usually combined with a really subtle hidden triple or pair that I'm just not seeing. But sometimes just penciling everything will let you find those quads. What are like the biggest potentials to find something? Like a 1, 2, 4, 7 quad maybe? That would be the same thing as saying that we have a 5, 8 hidden pair. Do we not? No, because 8 could go there. 5 in this row is one of these two. Okay. Right, I guess it's time to pencil. We know this is 2, 3, 4, 6. Just gonna make sure we don't have anything helping out. This is 1, 5, 7, 9. In fact, how does that affect this column? We almost have a, like almost is almost never helpful, but we almost have a 1, 5, 7, 9 quad here. So what are the other digits? The 3 and the 6? Yeah, unfortunately this can be 6. This can be both 3, 6, and this can be both 3, 6. Okay. I guess I don't even know what to look at here. This, do we want to look at the column or the row or the box? Well, let's pick one. So let's just pencil this whole box. We need the 3 here and the 8 here. What else do we need? We need a 1. So this 1 looks in. So 1's in any of these. We need a 2. So 2 can be in any of these. The 3 we marked. 4, 5. We need a 6, which can't be up here, so it's any of these. Not this one either. We need a 7, which can be in any of these. We need an 8, which we already marked, and we need a 9, which can be anywhere here. Okay. So we have some pretty nasty cells here. 1, 2, 7, 8. Very close to a 1, 2, 7. Is there just something I'm missing that's... What am I missing? All right. It's one of my worst solves in a while. These two. So I think we already looked, but they can be 1, can't be 2, 3, 4. This one can be 5. They can be 6. This one can be no, neither of them can be 7. They both can be 8. They both can be 9. Okay. 1, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, and then 1, 6, 8, 9. Boy, we're already 21 minutes into this puzzle, and I am not close to... I feel like there's this one deduction that's going to make everything collapse, but I don't know what it is. All right, this box, we need a 2, 4, 5, 8 here. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 8, 3, 4, 8. All right, how about this box? This column, we know this is 1, 4, 7, 9. Here, we need a... Okay, this can be a 1. They both can't be 2. They both can be 3. Not 4. They can be 5. Oh, not 5. This top one can be 6. Not 7, not 8, and 9. Ooh, this is down to 3, 9. I did not see this one. Is there nothing to do with the 3, 9? Oh, my first restricted cell in a while, and I just don't think there's anything to do with it. 3, 4. What's the other? What digits does this row need in general? We'll fill out this as we do it. We need a 3. We need a 4. We need a 5. We need a 7 and a 9. This one isn't 9. 3, 4, 5, 7. I don't think there's anything to do here. Is there 1, 3, 6, 9? Well, we're almost fully penciled, and it hasn't helped. It usually doesn't. What about... Ooh, no. I thought I saw a 1, 4, 7, 9 in this row, but no. Really hard to spot quads. 4, 6, 7. All right, I really just don't want to miss something. This cell here we know is 4, 5, 7, 9. And these are the last two cells. They can't be 1, 2. This can be 3. They can be 4. This can be 5. They can be 6, 7. They can't be 8. They can't be 9. All right. This is down to 4, 6, 7. Matches this one. Doesn't do anything. All right. Well, so the only restricted cells I missed were these two. As far as I can tell, they don't help. Okay. So everything is penciled. So is there any pointing or claiming that maybe I was ignoring? Or a pair or a triple or something? Eight. 4, 5, 7, 9. Is there anything pointing from here that I might have missed? 1, 3. 3's do point. 4, 6, 7, 9. Oh, I haven't struggled on a puzzle like this in a while. What are we doing? 4, 8, 1, 4, 8. All right. We're going to be extremely careful here, and we're going to look box by box first. We're going to see if we find any pairs or triples or quads that I might not have seen before. I don't think it's this box. I should look more closely at this box because it was very limited right from the start. So ones are here, twos are here, threes, fours marked, fives, sixes. Is it 3, 5, 6? No. 5 can be here. So what I'm noticing is we have the 3, 6 looking up here. I don't think this is it. 7, 8, 9. Huh. 5, 6, 9. We have this 2, 6. The 1, the 5. Three, 4, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 8. Yeah, the 6 and 7 are down here. That's all that means. Ooh, okay. It's once you're fully penciled, it's so hard to find anything. Needle in a haystack stuff. 1, 2, 4, 7. 1, 2, 7, 8. No. Two, 5, 8. 4 in this box? Is 4 in these two? No, 4 is in these three. 5, the 6. No. 7, 8, 9. Nothing with this box. The longest it's taken me in a long time to just spot something to do. 2, 4, 9. 2, 6, 1. My goodness. Is there a box I haven't been paying attention to? So we've got the 1 marked. What about the 3? 3 is these 3. We got the 4 everywhere. 5 is these 3. So both the 3 and the 5 are in these 3. So 3, 5, 6, 7? Yes. It's this 1, 4, 9 triple that I keep missing. Okay. This box has a 1, 4, 9 triple here. I actually found the 3, 4, 5. Sorry, the 3, 5, 6, 7. I found the 3, 5, 6, 7 hidden quad here, which is a bit insane. But this is a 1, 4, 9 naked triple, meaning that within these 3 cells, one of them's 1, one of them's 4, one of them's 9, because we got to fill all 3 of them. And so that's going to eliminate the 1, 4, and 9 from the rest of this box. So this can't be a 4. These can't be 4. And so that leaves us with a 3, 5, 6, 7 quad here. And let's see, how do we follow up on that? Tell me there's a follow-up. So we eliminated 4 and 9 from these cells. So 4 can't be here anymore. Or here. 1, 4, 9. We know the 9s are there. 1s are there for 3, 5. Did that not do it? One, 4. None of these are 4. This one's not, they weren't 9 anyway. So it's just, I eliminated 4 from these. Tell me what that does. Is there more to find? Is that not it? I'm really looking. 4 in this row now. There we go. So because this can't be 4, 4 in the row is now here. So this is our 4 for the row. And that gives us the 1 and the 9. It resolves that triple. All right, so now this should resolve quickly because I'm fully penciled. That's 5, that's 3, that's 4. We get the 8 and the 3 here. This box, this can't be 4, 8. Yeah, finish the column with a 1. All right, that's not 3, that's not 3. These aren't 5s. All right, we can clean this up a little bit. This 9 eliminates 9 from a gazillion cells. The 3 makes this a 9. Yeah, we should clean up a little bit. That's not 5. So now if you look in this box, this is the only place for 5. That's the only corner mark left. We get the 6 down here, giving us the 8 and the 1 and the 3. These can't be 1s anymore. 4, 7, 9. So this is not the 7. That's not the 4. These aren't 6s. All right, that's really what we needed. Okay, so that's 7, 5, and 6. This is 7, 4, 5, and 9. We get the 1, 7, and 4. Over here we have a 1. All right, let's clean up again. All right, we get the 7 here. It gives us the 2, the 9, the 1. We get 5 and 6, 3 and 4. That's 6 and 2. That's 9 and 5. We get the 2, 6, 3, 9. We get the 4, 7, 9, the 2 and the 6, the 2, 8, and 4, 7 and 8. And we're finally done after 31 minutes. All right. Yeah, that... I don't know why I just kept missing that 149 triple, but that was very much key. And then figuring out the follow-up of the 4 only being here in the row at that point, which probably meant I had claiming 4s here that I didn't notice, or should have had 4s penciled, but corner marked. Anyway, hopefully that helps. I mean, whenever I get stuck, people are usually happy about that because not just validation if you also struggled, but also they get to see how I approach a puzzle that I'm stuck on. Like, what do I do systematically look for? And eventually I systematically looked for pairs and triples and boxes again. And I did find this 149. And actually I was looking at where each digit could go with the box. And I found this 3, 5, 6, 7 hidden quad, which is a bit nutso, but I did find it that way. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.